Welcome to the new video of Echo Tales. Today's story is: a little boy writes to Taylor Swift. Her response changes his life. Now ready to listen, viewers? Let's start the story. The room was small and dimly lit, a faint glow from a lamp casting shadows on the walls. Little Ethan sat at his desk, a piece of worn notebook paper in front of him. His hands shook as he gripped a pen, trying to form words that felt too big for his heart to hold. He stared at the paper for what seemed like hours, but the words wouldn't come, until finally they did. He wrote, "Dear Taylor Swift, my name is Ethan, and I'm 9 years old. I've been really sad lately. My mom is sick, and I don't know how to make her better. I listen to your songs every day. They help me feel like maybe everything will be okay. Could you maybe send me something to make her smile? It would mean the world to me." The sound of his mom coughing from the other room cut through the silence, a painful reminder of the gravity of his request. Ethan folded the letter carefully, hoping against all odds that it would reach her, Taylor Swift, the one person he believed could change everything. But he had no idea how much that letter would change his life. Ethan was like many kids his age, energetic, full of curiosity, and brimming with a sense of wonder. He had a smile that could light up a room, and a laugh that was infectious. But there was a side of Ethan that only a few people saw, a side that carried a burden much too heavy for someone so young. His mom, Sarah, had been diagnosed with a rare form of cancer when Ethan was just 7. Since then, their lives had been a constant cycle of hospital visits, treatments, and uncertainty. Ethan had learned to live in a world of quiet worry, where every new day felt like a gift, but also a reminder of how fragile that gift was. Sarah had always been a fighter, never letting her illness define her, and she tried to shield Ethan from the worst of it. But there were days when it was clear how much she was suffering, and Ethan would watch helplessly as his mom pushed through the pain, trying to stay strong for him. Despite everything, they found comfort in each other. They shared simple moments, like watching old movies on the couch, reading books together, and singing along to Taylor Swift songs. Taylor's music became their solace. The lyrics, full of hope and love, seemed to speak directly to Ethan, reminding him that he wasn't alone in his pain. Ethan's dream was simple. He wanted his mom to be okay. And more than that, he wanted to see her smile again. He didn't have the power to make her better, but he knew there was one thing he could do: reach out to the one person who had helped him through the darkest days of his life, Taylor Swift. Ethan didn't think his letter would ever be read. After all, Taylor Swift was a superstar. She was busy, surrounded by thousands of fans, each one hoping for a glimpse of her kindness. His little letter, scribbled in the quiet of his room, seemed insignificant in comparison to the hundreds of others she must have received over the years. But he sent it anyway. What did he have to lose? A week passed and nothing happened. Ethan tried to stay hopeful, but doubt crept into his heart. It wasn't like in the movies. There was no magical moment when his letter would be answered. Life didn't work that way. One afternoon, after coming home from school, Ethan found his mom sitting on the couch, looking weaker than usual. Her breathing was labored, and she had a distant look in her eyes. Ethan's heart sank. The reality of her illness was undeniable, and the weight of it crushed him. He retreated to his room, feeling helpless. He sat by the window, staring out at the rainy sky, his mind spinning. It wasn't fair. Why did his mom have to suffer? Why couldn't he do something, anything, to make it better? In that moment, his phone buzzed. It was a notification that would change everything. An email from an unfamiliar address. It read, "Hi Ethan, this is Taylor. I got your letter. I'm so sorry your mom is sick. I want to do something special for you both." Tears welled up in Ethan's eyes. His heart raced as he read the words again and again, unable to believe what he was seeing. The email was just the beginning. What followed was nothing short of a miracle. Ethan's mom, Sarah, was sitting on the couch, staring out the window as the rain pitter-pattered against the glass. She was exhausted, her strength dwindling with every passing day. Ethan walked in, his face flushed, his eyes wide with disbelief. "Ma, I have something to show you," he said, his voice trembling. Sarah looked at him, concern flashing across her face. "What is it, honey? You look like you've seen a ghost." Ethan couldn't contain his excitement. He handed her his phone. showing her the email. Her eyes scanned the message, and then she paused. Her lips parted in shock, and her hands began to tremble. Taylor Swift, she's going to help us. Ethan nodded, tears streaming down his face. She said she wants to do something special for us, Mom. I can't believe it. Within hours, Taylor Swift's team had arranged a surprise for Ethan and Sarah. A video call from Taylor herself. When the moment came, Ethan's heart nearly stopped. There on the screen was the very person who had brought so much light into his dark world. "Hi, Ethan," Taylor said with a warm smile. "I'm so sorry to hear about your mom. I know it's tough, but I want you to know that you're not alone. I've been thinking about you and your family." Ethan couldn't believe it. He had dreamt of meeting Taylor Swift one day, but this was beyond his wildest imagination. Taylor spoke to him and Sarah for over an hour, asking them about their lives, their hopes, and their dreams. She reassured Sarah that she was strong, and reminded Ethan that even in the hardest times, love and hope would always shine through. The most incredible part of the conversation, however, was when Taylor offered to personally help fund Sarah's medical treatment, ensuring she had access to the best care available. "You deserve to be happy, Sarah," Taylor said, her voice full of warmth. "I want to help make sure that Ethan has the chance to see you smile again." The days following the call felt like a dream. Sarah's health began to improve slowly but surely. The treatments, now fully funded by Taylor's generosity, worked wonders. The doctors were amazed at the progress, and Ethan could hardly believe it. He felt like a weight had been lifted from his shoulders. But the most powerful moment came when Sarah finally walked out of her room and into the living room, smiling for the first time in months. The smile that Ethan had longed for, that he thought he might never see again, was back. "Mom!" Ethan shouted, running to her. He hugged her tightly, his heart soaring. "You're really okay." Sarah laughed, tears in her eyes. "I am, sweetheart. I'm going to be okay. Thanks to you. And thanks to a very special friend." Ethan looked at her, his eyes shining with love and gratitude. "I knew everything would be okay. I knew it would be." From that moment on, life was different for Ethan and Sarah. The emotional toll of Sarah's illness was still there, but now it was accompanied by a renewed sense of hope. Taylor Swift's kindness had transformed their world in ways they never could have imagined. Ethan's bond with his mom grew stronger as they spent more time together, enjoying the simple moments that meant so much. They would watch movies, bake cookies, and listen to Taylor's songs, feeling like the lyrics spoke directly to their journey. But perhaps the most incredible part of all was the realization that kindness, no matter how small, could change lives. A simple letter from a little boy had sparked a chain of events that not only saved a life, but also restored the joy and love that had been missing for so long. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe and share it with someone who might need a reminder that kindness and love can change everything. Taylor Swift's act of generosity proves that we all have the power to make a difference, no matter how small. Comment below with your thoughts on this inspiring story, and let us know if you've ever experienced a moment of kindness that changed your life. And remember, no matter how hard life gets, there's always hope on the horizon. Stay tuned for more powerful stories that will uplift your spirit.